The last home update video you saw was month 9, and we picked out what pavers we are going to do. Well, you're getting a sneak peek right now. We are putting in the pavers, and it's amazing. Like, these guys work so fast. So in today's video, we're going to give you a few sneak peek updates that's outside of the monthly review, but we're doing something really cool inside of the garage that I think you're gonna like. I didn't realize how many pavers we're putting in our yard, but we've got this, that, we've got more over there. All along that wall, they have a bunch of them. Another update that has happened, the floor is getting ready to have the wood all laid on it, and they come through and buff it out, which exposes all the cracks, which looks a little weird, but it's helpful though, because then they're gonna go in and fix it so that everything is incredibly flat for the wood floors to go in. But we have beautiful pavers in our backyard on the patio, and it looks better than I thought that it would. Dark black charcoal color. But for now, this video is going to be all about what's happening inside of the garage. Let's get started. How do you feel about having heating and cooling in the garage?
I think it'll be really nice. You've never had it before, so I mean, I don't like being cold and I don't like being hot, so it's perfect.
We have a 3-car garage, and one of the things that we did that I was really happy about and surprised is we put insulation up in the attic, whatever you want to call it, up in the trusses, and then we also put insulation all in the walls. I didn't know that our builder was doing that. We're not planning on air conditioning or heating our garage, and so they kept it pretty simple. They still did insulation, but it doesn't do much. It's just this wool stuff. Oh, there's more inside of the garage. They put some on the ceiling in here too. I didn't know this. He just like put the insulation in and was like, well, if you ever want to heat or cool your garage, you have it there. So exciting news, something we didn't plan for, but we're doing it. This box, Senville. What's inside of this ginormous box? It's a Christmas present. This is our big air conditioning heating unit. This is one part of it. All right, on to the next box. There it is. This one is not as exciting to look at. This has something to do with the air conditioning and heating. If you remember from when we built the house and the trusses, and we had one of the things that was my favorite, the big metal beam. Yeah, we had to pay a little extra for a little New York City style skyscraper metal beam. I'm proud of my metal beam. It's what's inside of our house, and it's structurally strong. Yes, I love the big metal beam, even though it cost us $6,000. But if I didn't have to put it in, I wouldn't have. Sorry, beam, I love you still. We have a 14-foot height restriction thanks to an HOA. I know a lot of you guys in the comments love HOAs so much. That makes it so the trusses are incredibly cramped. So we are going to take this giant thing. It feels so satisfying. We're gonna take this and put it, I think right here, up against the wall. That's the thing that goes outside. It draws in the air. It's the condenser. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna work. I'm gonna show you how it works as we install it in this video. Oh, look, water. I get distracted really easily. So we're gonna put that outside, and then this box right here, Leslie was really happy about having 2 closets to store things in the garage, so it's not cluttered. We've got this garage over here, or this closet over here. It's pretty good size. I can almost reach my arms out and go really high. But we also have this closet right here. Lots of storage, Christmas tree, Christmas lights, all the kind of things that you only use a portion of the year. Well, sorry, Leslie. That box right there, that metal thing, is gonna go right here, and then we're going to run pipes into the wall. We're probably gonna build this down, build a box, run the pipe through here, and then we're gonna bring the pipe out of here and run it all along the corner up here. It's gonna look a little weird at first. Then we'll frame it, we'll put drywall along it, and then you won't even notice. Unless you watch this video, you'll probably never notice when you come into this garage, or people in the future will come through here and notice that that piping's in there, because I love my cars and I feel like they deserve the best in life. So we're gonna keep them at a nice 70-degree temperature every day, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. That's the plan. Now I'm gonna go watch the pavers because it's so satisfying. Day 2 right now of the HVAC install, and it is going fast and furious. Ideally, when you are building a new home, you plan out all of the HVAC. And for the garage, it's kind of an afterthought. And if we would have done this before we did the drywall, it would have been super easy. But now we can still do it, we can install it, but it's gonna take some work. The first step is we have to get the copper line set in because there's two machines like we showed you before. The tall one that I like to touch and rub that's going outside, and then also the other one that's like the heating condenser. They're going to be pretty far apart from each other. So this line set with this copper line set goes here. I think we have like 100 feet of tubing. We had to run it up into there, and then we had to find a way to get it into the ceiling. You know our trusses are like this. They're like a little smashed sandwich. There's not much airspace in there. So one hole turned into very, very many. And some of the insulation is now all on the ground, but good news, we got the coil up, and then this is where it comes out here. And then we need to get like the whole HVAC pipe that you're used to seeing all in here. We're gonna frame it in and put it in, but for now, at least we got the line set in, which is a big deal. And for now, we're just gonna stick it up on the wall. These guys are working hard to put it up here. It comes all the way over and into this closet. This is where the machine is gonna go. Now, originally, we were gonna put it in this closet right here. And I think that's what I told you at the start of this video. But once we got in here and we cut some holes out, we realized the ceiling inside of this closet is lower than what it is up here. And so if we did have the HVAC pipes coming out, we were going to have to put the ceiling and lower it in this whole section all the way down to the door. The tubing's gonna go all the way down this, and then we'll have multiple outlets for the air to come out. Here's the exit wound right here. This is where the line comes, the copper line comes out of right here, and this is where the unit's gonna go. So it starts from right there, comes in, goes up, around. You can kind of see where it went, just a little bit. There's some clues all the way to here. And now that we have that line all coming over to here, we cut the copper line. Boom, copper line is cut. We're going to take it and he's gonna have to weld it onto that piece right there. So these both go together. Now it's time to cut the big fat copper line. And then we take the rest of the copper and we sell it for hundreds of dollars. So here's the deal. We are going to leave that right there. The wall is there and it's getting done. We've got this box that's over here. We're hiding it right now. Look at the pavers. From day one to day two, look how fast the paving guys have gone. They are working at lightning speed. They only had like this done yesterday when we were here, and now they've got almost the entire driveway and they're just getting this one ready. Like they're flattening it out right now, getting it smooth, and then they're gonna start just laying the pavers all over the place. All right, they have done so much work on the outside, the pavers, everything, and I will tell you, it is in. The air conditioning heat pump unit is in right now. It is all installed. It took a few days. We had multiple people come. We had electricians. We had the people come do the drywall, but let's test it out and show you exactly what we did. We don't use natural gas for this at all. This is all electric, which makes it more efficient, but also we had to run some electrical. So we have plans in the future to put batteries on the wall right along here. So we ran the wires here. So it was helpful because we had to cut out this entire wall all the way over to right here with the drywall. And then just this morning they came in and they put new drywall on here and they mudded it. It's still a little bit wet, and they texturized it. So we can get it ready to paint it, you won't even notice. And then if you look up here, we fixed all of those different holes that were on the wall, the Frankenstein. You can still see the marks a little bit, but then here, it's going to be seamless right here in this corner. So we had to drop the ceiling, but there's the air that's gonna come out right there. We've got a vent there, there, and there, so a bunch of vents. And we just dropped the ceiling. You'll hardly ever notice, especially once we put in some cabinets inside of here in the garage. So what that we dropped the ceiling? We're gonna have hot air and cool air inside the garage. And then come over this way. Cold or hot air is gonna blow out of that up there. And then here's the big unit. We've got it all set up. It is all connected. We've got this copper wire that's going 100 feet all the way over there to that other unit. So this is it. We still have a little bit of room to store some stuff in our closet. This is my favorite thing about it. I don't know why. It's just like the small things that I love about design. I get tired of seeing the big outdoor inverter air intake things. It's like the big old fan. It's this big rectangular box. This feels almost like it's a little bit wet. The paver guys just sprayed off and finished their job, but it's a little bit wet. But I love that this saves space. It's like more snug up against the wall. We have more room to walk around. We're gonna be putting our garbage can, I think, back here. And so every single week I'm gonna be rolling the garbage and the recycling down this walkway. And if you had just the normal unit out here, it would be big and it would come out here. So it looks more commercial grade, which I really like. But also the side airflow design creates fewer cleaning issues that you might have with some of the other types. This has the heat pump that is inside of it. I don't fully understand the science behind this by not having natural gas, but there is some sort of heat pump that is inside of here. If it was down to minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit, this would still operate and be able to work. And if the temperature goes all the way up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, which is actually possible here where we live, the inverter heat pump will still be able to keep that garage up to a good temperature, with also less noise than your typical unit and also 30% more efficient. So yeah, all those things work for me. We are trying in this house to be a lot more efficient with everything that we do. I hope someday that we can get solar on this roof. Right now, the HOA is not allowing it, but things can change. And if it does, I love that we can run this thing off of the sun with solar versus having to rely on natural gas. And this is the indoor air handler. We put this indoors, nice name for it. But we put it vertically right here, but it's kind of nice depending on the position that you have. We could have put this horizontally also so that it is flexible. There's a little window right here that we can unscrew and look inside and see what's going on. We can also take this off if we need to see all of the parts inside or for routine maintenance that's there. This is the way that it operates. Air will be sucked in right here. You see those big fans out there. I always thought growing up, I'm like, why are these big fans here? Like those fans are blowing the air into my home. Not the case. This is where the air is coming from. It's inside of the house, inside of the garage. It sucks it through this wall, right into the bottom of that, which comes up into here, goes up through these pipes, and then it goes all the way down there and spits the air out. So that's kind of how it works. All right, how do we turn this thing on? We need to turn it on for the first time and see if it actually works. Let's see. Let's go see if these pipes are running. Right when you flip it on, these circle. I can feel the air. Hello, hello, my name is Dan. I like talking into fans. Did you hear that?
Yes.
What?
What are you doing?
You want to talk into the
You're
fan?
a little kid, a total little kid.
I was talking to my fans.
Oh, to your fans. Okay. I remember doing that when I was like 7 years old.
This thing uses an algorithm to sense the temperature and be able to optimize the airflow to make sure that the rooms are all heated and cooled properly, and it can cover up to 1,500 square feet. Oh, there it is! I can hear the air, I can feel the air. Oh, it's strong. It is working hard. If you can't see it, watch this. Back up. Not advised, do not breathe this in. Yeah, it shot out a little bit. Yes, you see that? Well, now it's just falling, but don't breathe it in. We did it in 1 week. We set up our own HVAC heating and cooling system inside of here. It's already up to 59 degrees. We've gone up 7 degrees just in the last like minute and a half. Yeah, anyway, come in here. I want to show you this actually. Look at our wood floors. This is a sneak peek. We haven't even started our next month's update yet. We've been working on this. Woo. But we're gonna show you pretty soon like what our update is, which we've done so many things. But for this video only, huge shout out to the guys that came and did electrical, did all of this drywall, and also installed the HVAC within a week so that we could show you guys in this video. And I initially was not planning on putting heating and cooling in here. I knew at some point we were going to, that's why we did the installation. But now we haven't even moved in the house and we have the HVAC installed in here first, which I think is kind of funny. Who knows, like I'm getting older and maybe I just want to tinker in my garage and like have my cars and like make little toys for kids, for my grandkids someday inside of here. And now I have this heating and cooling unit that is very efficient. It has a cool design, and thank you to Senville for sending it. If you guys are interested in this unit for your home, whether you're building a new home or you're remodeling your home, or you just need something new, check out the link in the description. It's actually sold on Amazon for a good price. You just gotta get the installers to help you install it, and it's pretty flexible, the options you have with it in order to install it in your home to what your home needs are. But thank you to Senville for sponsoring this video, and yeah, stay tuned for month 10 update. A lot of stuff has changed, a lot. You guys already got a sneak peek of this one, so that's good. I don't know why it's satisfying when I rub this, but I can't stop rubbing it.
My hair got caught in the fan because I got too close and they were too thick, like
Yeah.
too wide apart, and it was not a good thing.
That's like a regular fan though. This one doesn't even have a backside.
but-
Go ahead, you can try. Your hair won't get. Don't do it. You just got your hair done
I
today.
did get my hair done
Okay, it looks great. Leslie says I'm immature.